Have you ever wondered just how far animals would go to help each other in times of trouble? Today, I'm going to share a story that will leave you absolutely speechless, a story that proves animals have a depth of emotion and intelligence we rarely give them credit for.
Picture this. A young woman who regularly feeds stray animals in her neighborhood notices something strange. 3 ginger kittens, barely old enough to fend for themselves, refuse to leave the area under her car. No matter how many times she shoos them away for their own safety, they return, persistent and seemingly desperate.
The first night, she spotted them huddled beneath her front bumper. 3 tiny fluffy balls of orange fur, eyes wide with what seemed like fear. She tried to coax them out, thinking they were simply seeking shelter. When they finally moved away, she thought that was the end of it.
But the next morning, there they were again, in the exact same spot, the same 3 kittens, but this time their behavior seemed even more frantic, almost as if they were trying to tell her something important.
Confused and concerned, the woman called animal rescuers for help. When the rescue team arrived, they began checking under the car, expecting to find just the 3 persistent kittens. But what they discovered next changed everything.
Hidden in the shadows, beneath the undercarriage of the car, lay a white mother cat with black markings. She was completely unconscious, barely breathing. But that wasn't all.
As they moved in closer to examine the situation, one of the rescuers spotted something else. A tiny black and white kitten, motionless and critically ill, tucked away in the darkest corner under the vehicle. The kitten was barely clinging to life.
And that's when the realization hit them like a thunderbolt. Those 3 ginger kittens weren't just hiding or playing. They were crying for help. They were desperately trying to draw attention to their dying sibling and unconscious mother.
When the woman saw the tiny, lifeless kitten, her hand flew to her mouth in shock. "I had no idea," she whispered, tears welling in her eyes. "I didn't check thoroughly last night. If only I had known."
Think about this for a moment. These tiny creatures, with no language we can understand, found a way to communicate their emergency. They recognized a human who had shown kindness before, and they refused to leave until she understood their message.
In a beautiful twist, both cat families began living together. The white mother seemed to recognize that the ginger kittens had saved her life. Even more remarkably, another rescue cat named Luna took a special interest in the black and white kittens, helping to care for them alongside their biological mother.
So what began as a mystery, why 3 kittens refused to leave a car, ended as a profound lesson about love, compassion, and the incredible bonds that exist between animals. These tiny beings, often overlooked and underestimated, demonstrated problem-solving skills, empathy, and determination that many humans would envy.
The next time you see a stray animal behaving strangely, remember this story. Sometimes they're trying to tell us something important. Sometimes they need us to be their voice, their hands, their saviors.
And to the young woman who listened when it mattered most, and to the rescuers who responded with open hearts, we owe a debt of gratitude. Because of them, 2 mother cats and their kittens now have a second chance at life, together.
Life's most powerful lessons often come from the most unexpected places. In this case, from 3 tiny ginger kittens who refused to give up, who knew exactly what they were doing when they chose to stay by that car. Their persistence wasn't stubbornness, it was love in its purest form.
And that, my friends, is why this story leaves us speechless. Not just because of the surprise discovery, but because it reminds us of what truly matters: compassion, understanding, and the courage to help others, even when we're small and afraid ourselves.